Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. Winter Wildcards has exposed a problem in FC25 that honestly hasn't been an issue until recently. With all of these cards that have been released, EA can't keep up with all of their prices, and that is a problem for the market and for a lot of us who are packing these cards. We need to call EA out on this situation because hopefully they fix it soon, and hopefully we don't see these problems again after this. Now, we did not get the big Evo that we were expecting to see yesterday, that big 250k attacking Avalanche Evo, but instead, we got something almost better as EA dropped more of the Flash Evolutions. But guys, with that content, it is still not looking good for the market. If I can ever log into the game here, I don't know why it's freezing in the intro loading screens, but I think there's some opportunity with the market being as low as it is, and with the content that's upcoming, or maybe the lack of content upcoming today on Sunday and for the next couple of days. So if you're excited for the video, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. All right, we got into the game. Something's up with the servers right now, but let's dive into yesterday's content on Saturday, where we had the World Tour England SBC and objective combination here, where you do the league style SBC, which is going to be really easy to complete. We'll talk about that in a minute. And you get the rewards in objectives with a Cantwell Squad Foundations card and also a Chris Smalling. This is the best card of the two that you can get here. He's got every single defending playstyle with Bruiser Plus. He also has Aerial and Power Header, and arguably the best Roll Plus Plus for a center back, Defender Plus. This is honestly a pretty solid card, guys, and he's only 87 rated, which means you could evolve him in the not so distant future. I think this is decent. If you want Smalling, go ahead and get it done. Like I say with these World Tours, I did the Di Maria from the Argentina one that was out a couple of weeks back just from my club. It comes at a good time right now where you can get a lot of the players that you need for this from the daily bronze, silver, and gold crafting upgrade SBCs. All you need is some Barclays players, and you need some players from EFL Championship, Millwall, Norwich, Luton Town. I don't know if many of these are really going up too much in value on the market. There's probably a few of them that are here or there, but I haven't even checked my club, and I honestly know that I can do most of this SBC most likely using just some random golds to get the 75 overall rating and the silvers that I have from the EFL Championship and Barclays Women's Super League in my club. So that's where the daily SBCs of the bronze, silver, and gold come in super handy. So that was all that we had yesterday with that combination there. The big piece of content was really this Gavi card, guys. This SBC is a good one. I know some people that are looking at this and are like, nah, Nate, this one's really not that. It's 99 dribbling though, and he has every single defending playstyle, which is not the place of the card I thought he would have the most playstyles. 99 dribbling, I thought he would have maybe more ball control and passing playstyles, but it's like, hey, they're going to give him 99 dribbling and then he is going to boost up his defending. Kind of a crazy situation with this card, but it makes me like it almost a little bit more. Maybe not for the here and now. I'm sure he's good in game right now, but maybe for the future with evolutions. He also has a weird alternate position in terms of the way that his card is formatted with left wing. I think that also is going to help him in the future for Evo. So personally for me, this isn't a card that fits my team right now, but I've got a lot of Barca links. Like I did the Puteus Player of the Month. I have Hansen, right? I did Lamine Yamal. This is a SBC that with our overflow of fodder that we all have right now from the 82 times 14, you might as well get it done for the only 180,000 coins that it is. I mean, yeah, I look at this and I think my first thought was, that's kind of a mid SBC, but 99 dribbling is cool. Anticipate Plus is very good, and his Roll Plus Plus is just okay as well. But for the potential in the future and for the links, I think there's a reason to do this, guys, personally. Now, if you take a look at the market, some center midfielders are down a good bit. It looks like some people are going and doing this one just because it's a fun, cheap Gavi SBC. You know, you take a look at this Yaya card. Of course, there's the general market trend kind of fitting into this too, but he dropped a lot yesterday from 300,000 coins down to 260, 250, even now lower that Yaya Touré is. And a lot of other midfielders dropped yesterday. Honestly, mostly because of the Gavi, but also because the market itself really did not do too good. So that was yesterday's content in terms of SBCs. Those are the two main things, but we did have an evolution. It was not the evolution, however, that we expected. We did not get the second iteration of the attacking Avalanche. We got to be careful with these leakers, man, as always. I mentioned yesterday, too, that we may not get it, but it was really hyped up to be dropping yesterday. It just didn't happen. We will still be watching out for that one. We do know that it is coming. That's not a leak that's now void or anything like that. we still expect that to be coming at some point. But we did have, arguably, I think this is just as good, the Flash Evos that we had last week on Christmas, a couple days ago on Christmas, got released again. I mean, this is awesome. Sure, they're out for another 6 days, but this creates a whole nother set of crafting, these are evolutions, chaining potentials with another set of Hunter, Sentinel, and Artist Evos. I think this makes me look at these Flash Evos that I haven't even done yet a whole different way. Like, I could put players into both Sentinels, both Artists. If I want to really level somebody up from a lower rating, you could do some of that with this. And maybe if there was somebody the first time around that you skipped on doing a chain with because you're like, Nate, I don't think that was going to be a card I was going to be able to do. I valued somebody ahead of this guy last time. Well, now you have a second chance to do another chain with any of these Evos. Like, take a look at this Mickey Vandeven. Put him into Defensive Dynamo, and then you can boost them up with all three of them. Actually, use two of the Artists. Never mind. Use two Artists and one Sentinel, and you end up with this card with all but Intercept in the defensive playstyles, also with Longball. That's sick. And he gets Defender ++, right? That's an insane Evo chain right there. Same thing for another Prem center back here with Talty from Wolverhampton, Defensive Dynamo to get the playstyles. Then you go into the Roberto Carlos left back paid Evo, then into Artist, Defensive Minded, and Sentinel, and look at that card. There's so many chains right now that are potentially possible with these Flash Evos. I got to do some work personally, looking at my club, looking at Evos that I'm trying to create, the ones that I'm currently creating, and figure out who I'm going to put into these, because these are awesome. We love them. They're only out for 6 days, though. That's the timer on them. They have to be claimed in 6 days. You have to put somebody into them in 6 days, and they also expire. So, like, for me, I got to get cooking on these because they're going to go away pretty soon. So that's honestly a W. It's not the Evo that we were really looking for, but it's the one that we got, and it's a pretty darn good one, guys. Now, let's get into the main point of today's video and talk about the market situation that is happening right now. Imagine today during Squad Battle Rewards, you open a pack and you get a Winter Wildcards player in it, specifically from Winter Wildcards team number 3 that is in packs right now. And you're happy, you're like, oh, free coins, let's go. Maybe you want to use the card, maybe you don't. Then you go to the market to try and sell the card, and you can't, because the minimum price range on the card is too high that nobody wants to pay that price, and therefore the card is not selling on the market. Basically like this Juan Mata and so many other cards right now on this game are. That's the case with more than half of this promo team, guys. It's crazy. If you take a look, Juan Mata, 50K. Why is his price range 50K minimum and 950,000 coin maximum? It makes absolutely no sense. Yesterday in the video, I predicted that Rolfo might become minimum price, and she has become 200,000 coins minimum price, which is honestly crazy. It seems really cheap, but that's kind of how the market is right now. The market has dropped a good amount because Winter Wildcards has brought so many good players in, so many good Evos and SBCs that has kind of made the overall market drop. And these cards, they should not be restricted by price ranges. That's the thing that really kind of makes me mad about this whole situation is price ranges have been pretty good this year. Like, we haven't had that many issues, less issues this year than we've had in previous years with cards that have had minimum price ranges that were too high. So then they were then for not selling on the market. But here we are, something has changed for Winter Wildcards, and we have literally, if you take a look at this promo team, it's like 65 to 70% of these players aren't selling on the market, and there's even more of them that are really close to not being able to be sold, right? Laporte, 30K, Fred, Mitrovic, Sorloth. And of course, it's annoying, right? Because these are the cards that we're packing the most. Instead of saying, oh, sick, I packed Onana, let me go get my 20K for him. Well, he can't even sell right now on the market for 30,000 coins. You're lucky if you get a sale for any of these cards at minimum price. Even David Neres is now minimum price, 30,000 coins, not selling on the market. This 87 rated women's center back, 40K. Like, this is what frustrates me because it doesn't make any sense. What's different about this promo that EA did not write in the correct price changes or price ranges for these cards where they should be? Take a look at even Diaby. Diaby's hovering right around minimum price. There's a couple here at 215, but he's about to be minimum price as well. And with rewards coming today, that's more supply for these cards. I'm worried for a guy like Openda, who's 79,000 coins. His minimum price is 70K. So yeah, that's the frustrating part about it, and that's why it grinds my gears, you could say, is because it feels like EA is restricting the market in the way that whoever wants to use any of these Winter Wildcards right now, Maybe it's Colby Mainu, maybe it's Juan Mata, any of these cards. Lacazette from Team 1 even is a card who's got a price range issue at the moment. If you buy this card right now, good luck selling it because so many other people are trying to do the same thing. These cards are literally not selling on the market unless you get lucky. And that means, number one, you're not going to be able to sell it when you go and try to sell it. And number two, you're going to lose coins when you're eventually able to sell it as well. That's the part that really frustrates me because this market should be free, should be filtered is the word that comes to mind, but like EA shouldn't be interfering with this market, and most of the time they don't in terms of a price range perspective. Now, getting into like pack odds and pack weight, we could talk about that. There's some theories out there on that one and some pretty good ones, but at least for the price ranges, we shouldn't have EA kind of impeding our progress and restricting the market in this way. For these, the cards should be able to sell where the market says they should be selling at based on where people value them on this game and on this market. So that's the point that really gets me frustrated here. And until it gets fixed, you really can't look at these players and say, I want to go and use them, you know, because like even for the Rolfo card, she's probably going to stay right around 200,000 coins. You want to use this Rolfo card, you buy her at 200K, you might not be able to sell her. And then you're stuck with those coins, especially if you don't have a ton of coins. This can be a real big problem if you pack a decent card. Like if you packed Rolfo today in rewards, you wanted to go sell her, or you packed this Prince, why is she 300,000 coins? That makes absolutely no sense. You can't even sell the card then to get those coins. That's the part that really frustrates me. And the fact that it's been going on for so long now. We talk about Lacazette, we talk about Colby Mainu. Those are cards that have been in the game now for a while. Lacazette was dropped on the 20th. It's been 9 days, 10 days for Lacazette being in the game, and he's been close to minimum price the whole entire time. I know that EA's on probably a holiday break as well. There's not as many people working on the game, right, because of the time of the year. I get that, but allegedly a lot of these price ranges are updated via computers and like a software and a system. That's the rumor that we've heard for a long time, and it seems to be true because at random times and with random price range updates, these cards will get updates on the market and stuff like that. But right now, it's kind of like, what in the world is going on? Why is it now happening during winter wildcards when price ranges have been pretty good this year? Of course, we have some cards that are extinct on a promo Fridays, and EA takes a while to, upgrade those price ranges. Sometimes it's quick, like a couple hours. Sometimes it takes a day or two. But the minimums this year have been good, and now we have this problem. So again, guys, hopefully these price ranges get updated for a lot of these winter wildcards later on this week. Like Monday would probably be the earliest I'd expect it to be. I don't think EA is going to come in on a Sunday, or maybe EA's computer will show up to work. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just frustrating because there's no fix that we can control, and it feels like EA is restricting the market. So be very careful if you want to buy any winter wildcards from any of the teams. Double check on Futbin that their minimum price is not close to where they are selling at right now. Even this Danilo card, 60K, he's 86. By the time we get to Division Rivals rewards, I know it's a sick card, but be careful. You know what? That's all I'd say about that. And hopefully it gets fixed here really soon. But again, just proceed with caution. Now, let's take a look at the market, though, because your boy needs to make some coins. And you know what? Especially with this promo bringing a lot of SBCs, good evolutions that we're paying coins for, too, like the Attacking Avalanche. We got to keep up on the market, and we got to keep our coins trying to stay afloat, especially when a lot of the market is going down. Now, yesterday, the market dropped a lot more. If you take a look at the market index overall, I made a few coins on 5 Declan Rice cards that I quick flipped, but this was the whole entire index yesterday. Winter wildcards from Team 3 really got cooked. I'm glad that I sold out of those. Like Rolfo, remember I bought Rolfo for 80,000 coins? Yesterday she went from 580 and I was able to sell her at 600K. I didn't make coins, but at least I didn't lose a couple 100K. She's 366K. That is insane. That is really, really insane. And of course, you got more rewards coming today that's going to probably bring some more supply to the Winter Wildcards players. But I also think today brings an opportunity to potentially make some coins as well, kind of playing the trend of the market, right? Prices have been dropping now for the last couple of days, but if you think about where we're headed out of this promo, and you see a lot of the players that are down the most are the impacts cards, which would make sense. But if you think about where we're headed in this promo, and you look at how the market's been reacting from Sunday into the week on a lot of different types of promo cards in the past few weeks, I think today and tomorrow bring decent investment opportunities, especially as we head out of winter wildcards. Again, this is a bit of a trend play here. It's going to be a little risky. Timing's going to be the biggest part of it, but prices are getting so low now that I think we're close to the buy time on some of this, man. Now, let me show you last week's graph. In packs, Pedro Porro dropped a whole lot on Saturday. That sounds familiar. He got really low Sunday morning with squad battle rewards, went up a little bit, went from 107 to 117, and then dropped down again at content. Last week at content, we had, of course, the icon pack. This week, we're not expecting a big icon pack. We'll talk about that in a second because it might be a hero pick this week. That might be a bit disappointing. So you may not have this big of a drop. But then what you saw into the week was Pedro Porro, who was in packs, by the way, went from 100,000 coins all the way to almost 120K before starting to drop off. Of course, he was in packs, so he went a whole lot lower. But remember that trend. Sunday into the week, he went up. Out of packs card last week is an example here. Let's take a look at Brahim Diaz out of packs, right? Should have a little bit of a different trend. It's actually about the same. If you take a look here, he dropped on Saturday, whole entire market crash, right? He went down to 100K. He was his lowest. He was like under 110K here for like 6 hours around squad battle rewards time. And then he started to go up and he went from 100,000 coins all the way to 150K. Now the market's dropped off again, right? Where is he at? He was just under 100K. He was like 96. But this is the type of trend that I think we could see again this week. Prices low today, tomorrow, and rising into the week. Now, one of the reasons why I think that as well is think about the promo that we are in. We are in winter wildcards, and after this, we're going to be getting numero foot, right? Anytime a promo follows after a really big promo like this one, those are the numero foot cards right there, the Infinity Stone looking ones that we talked about. A couple of them are in the season pass right now. Anytime a promo follows a really big one, it never lives up to the hype. Think about the week after Thunderstruck and Black Friday. It seemed really dead because the content wasn't as good as it was the week before. And we're not going to have an 82 times 14 and all these upgrade packs and all the daily SBCs and the crafting stuff. That's not going to continue with us into the next couple of weeks, which is why I think we actually have a potential opportunity to invest in some cards. Now, anything that is in packs is a whole lot more risky. I know this Rodri seems... I told myself I was going to buy Rodri if I saw him hit 420K. I'm just going to pick him up. I know that we had the Gavi yesterday. I'm doing this on the video, man. I'm risking a little bit here. 425K. This could be 385 later on today. He could end up being 480,000 coins. I'm not trying to make 100, 200K per card on Rodri here. I just think that some of these players that are in packs have gotten so cheap that once they leave packs, like the best of re-release does leave packs here pretty soon, I think that some of these cards are going to end up going up in value. Not a lot, again, not a lot, but it makes me think the market's going to have a bit of a turn as we head into this week. So that's probably one of the only in-packs cards I will risk it on. But if you can kind of take a look at the game right now and say what kind of players look the best in terms of investment. That's why I picked up the Donnarumas earlier on, because it doesn't look like we're getting any new goalkeeper. Obviously, goalkeeper Evos aren't a thing. I really just spent like 1.5 million coins right in front of us on Rodri. That's crazy. But like I bought Donnarumas at 30,000 coins. He's still like 33 to 34K. And probably the promo hype is going to start to really dwindle. And I think you're going to see some of these players start to go up. Now, the best investments will probably be out of packs ones, like this Kimmich card. He's really low. That Marquinhos is in packs. It almost fooled me. Maybe this Schlotterbeck. I like the lower tier stuff the best. I think that is the least risky and has the highest chance of going up. Again, I know I'm saying this after I just spent a whole bunch of coins on bidding on Rodri, right? That's because I'm willing to incorporate some higher risk to maybe make some more coins. But if you want the easier, more guaranteed profit buys, I think you look at a lower budget card. You look at stuff under 100,000 coins. Just stick to the big names, okay? That's the biggest tip that I can give you. Stick to the big name players that people want to use. Van de Ven, right? What's he been doing? Dropping. He was down at 63K on Wednesday on Christmas, and he's kind of been going up since then. The reason we talk about using the lower budget players as the best ones to buy is because a lot of people that are just getting the game for the first time don't have a lot of coins. And that's where a lot of your demand will be right now, is people building and buying cards for teams that are just getting the game in the past couple of days. That's kind of where I'd be looking on the market. Again, be careful with cards that have really low price ranges, cards that are in pack still, like that Federico Valverde. Really careful on a card like that. But other cards, maybe there's potential on here, right? I still think that this Olise that's dumb cheap for how great that card is. But again, he's in packs, so you probably don't want to mess around too much with that one there. But just look at some of the more meta popular promo cards that you have seen used and you see in a lot of people's teams. I think if it's low budget, I think there's opportunity there. I think if it's high budget, I think there's opportunity too. Hopefully by the end of this week, we're seeing some of those cards rebound a little bit and have a bit of a bounce in price, just because the content's not going to be as hype and as good. And in turn, that will maybe mean people go back to the market and buy some cards. So again, it feels a bit risky right now, but I think that's a play that we can look forward to. Maybe even you look at winter wildcards from Team 1, because those are out of packs, right? And these seemingly are the most hyped cards in winter wildcards. Vinny's now only 3 mil flat. De Jong is still pretty low. There's the Rice right there that I flipped yesterday. Maybe it's some of these cards that are still low, like Gahey. If you can get him for like 13K, 14K, he's kind of just started to slowly creep up as a good prem center back. The Icardi and the Undav with the 99 shooting, those are probably worth a club stock still, in my opinion, as well. Parejo for like 15K there. I think that's a decent one. So that's the sort of stuff that you could look at. Again, if you're on a lower budget, you're like, Nate, I only got like 15, 20K. I can't be doing this. Here's what I'll tell you to do. Today, during Squad Battle Rewards, easy money, okay? Engines and anchors. Engines are selling, I think, for like 2.2 to 2.5K right now in this game. You can tell that there's a lot of newer players in this game right now by taking a look at consumable prices. Hunters and Shadows are 5K extinct or selling at 5K on the market. Today with Squad Battle Rewards, bid on engines and engines and anchors will be the best probably. But like right now, engines, we saw 2.4K. You can probably win these on bid today. It's going to be grindy, right? But you can probably win them on bid and on snipe for like 1.5K. And then you know that by the time we get to like probably Thursday before Rivals Rewards, Wednesday, when people are building teams, buying players, those are going to be back up to 2K. Those don't take up any room on your transfer list, which is absolutely phenomenal. So I think that's kind of a low budget move that you can make today, would be bidding on the low tier. Here's my Rodris. We're going to ride or die with the Rodri, man. Let's freaking go. Up the Rodri. This guy was 2 million coins like a month ago, and now he's 400K because he got re-released in packs. I know it's risky. I could have bought too early there, but it's getting super duper cheap for me. So that's kind of the situation with the market. Hopefully we have some rises here in the next couple days. Now, to end off the video, let's talk about today's content on Sunday really quick, because as I mentioned, if content's not going to be that great today, allegedly, expectedly, then you could have some of your market movements even move up. Even though Weekend League is still going on until Tuesday, I think the market's still going to move in a positive way just because of where we're headed out of winter wildcards. Now, the 87 plus base or Centurion's icon upgrade is going away. It is going away, guys, and it's probably going to be replaced with a hero pack or player pick instead of an icon pack, because that's kind of the trend that EA have been doing. 2 weeks ago, we had a hero pack. It was this 86 plus base hero player pick, not a pack, but a player pick, and it was an L, right? A lot of people don't like these hero picks. We like the icon packs instead. Then last week we had this one, and as we looked at the Pedro Portal graph, you saw this one was hype, and a lot of people did this. I even did this SBC twice last weekend because there was nothing else to do fodder-wise, and so, you know, that was a W. You saw fodder as well go up on Sunday of last week and on Thursday because people want to do this SBC when it refreshed. This week, I don't think I'd be investing in fodder if we're getting a hero player pick. The only thing that would make a hero player pick better is if they included these track star heroes inside of it. And I feel like there's a very, very slight chance. The reason I was just looking at this is there's no new packs that have been added to the code. EA basically added all the packs to the code that they needed to add before like the first week of January for the promos that were going to go out. They went on vacation and time off for the holidays. There have been no new packs added for weeks, right? There's nothing in there about another icon pack or a hero pack that's incoming. That's why I think it's going to be a hero player pick, or they'll re-release the icon pack today, but I'm leaning towards the hero player pick. And again, I don't think I'd invest in fodder for this. Maybe if you really wanted to, get on bids for 86s and 7s and 88s because they're going to drop today with Squad Battle Rewards and they're going to get cheap, but I don't know what's going to make them come back up in price. So I'm not expecting a whole lot there. The only thing that we still could be expecting that would impact the market a lot would be whenever we get attacking Avalanche number 2. I know I'm risking it. Like I said, I'm risking at buying a guy like that Rodri because this right here, if we get another attacking Avalanche, that's 250K. That's going to make cards drop on the market like we talked about yesterday. That is still some impending doom in terms of the market. Maybe you wait to buy just to see if we get that evolution today before you go out and go ham on the market and make a whole bunch of investments, kind of like I just did right there. Maybe you wait on that. But in terms of Evo leaks, I do want to take a look at a tweet that I saw earlier today. We're going to take a look at the leaked SBCs as well. But our guy FutAccountant, who's been leaking, he's been leaking, right? He's the guy who said that the Number 2 was coming out of the attacking Avalanche. He also tweeted yesterday that Winter Wingback 2 is going to be coming out. Not that hard to leak, to be honest, because if there's a 1, that means there's going to be a 2 coming. So at some point throughout the rest of Winter Wildcards, we're going to have another Winter Wingback 2. Could be after Winter Wildcards too, actually. But we're also going to have an Avalanche number 2. So no other really big leaks apart from that in terms of evolutions. In terms of SBCs, we still have Gakpo, Perez, and Ljungberg that are leaked to be coming as SBCs during Winter Wildcards. We still have a few days left this promo, obviously. Today could be Ljungberg, could be Perez. I don't know if it'd be Gakpo, who knows? But last week we had Forlan on Sunday, so maybe they'll keep with the hero trend, or maybe since they're giving us a hero pack, maybe they'll give us Perez today. That's something to kind of keep an eye out for as well. But again, that's why I went for the Rodri, because I was like, we already had the Gavi. He's one of the reasons why he's dropping. So ride or die on this Rodri investment, man. Let's go up the city, up the path. Oh man, I'm all jokes, bro. I'm feeling really risky on this Rodri card just because he's meta. So don't follow me on this investment because it's probably not going to work out. You know, we're being super risky here with this. But hey, you know what? If he's back up to 480K or something like that this morning, I'll be freaking happy. So we're making that investment really public, but I would probably not invest in that, guys. Just let me risk it with that one. You guys go for the safer stuff out of packs. Wait for content today to see what else happens, and then go from there and get into the market, man. I think that's what I would do. But once again, lower tier would be the safest place to be. I'll stop yapping. Enjoy your Sundays. I'll be live streaming again today. I got foot champs that I need to play, and we got to get some games in with our brand new striker card. He's a beast. I'm excited to use him some more today. So that Twitch link where we stream is down below in the description if you want to check us out there. But that's going to be the video for today, guys. If you did enjoy, drop a thumbs up on it, comment below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys in the stream today. It's been TheFutAccountant there. Peace out.